Who should play the 14th Doctor? That's been the question ever since we found out Jodie Whittaker was leaving the role as the 13th Doctor. And of course, I'm a Doctor Who fan, I have my own opinions as to who should play the role, so here are my top 5 picks to replace Jodie Whittaker as the Doctor. And there are no rules for this list, these are just 5 people I want to see as the Doctor. Apart from these are going to be realistic picks, that's the one rule. Insert Who culture joke here. 5 actors, 5 potential Doctors. Let's get started and talk about Himesh Patel. Himesh Patel is a phenomenal actor and I think he would make a phenomenal Doctor. He's probably best known for starring as the lead in Yesterday and as one of the minor side characters in Christopher Nolan's Tenet. He's the kind of actor that people know his face but probably couldn't tell you his name or really anything else about him, but I think that makes him a perfect candidate for the Doctor. He's got acting ability in spades, he can do funny, serious in equal measure, but he's also that kind of star who's well known enough that people would tune in just to see what he was up to, but he's also unknown enough that he would feasibly be able to take on the role. He just exudes Doctorness to me. I don't know what it is about him, maybe it's just the way he dresses, the way he looks, but in every photo I just think, yeah, that's the Doctor, and that could even be his costume. And he's just got that air of cleverness around him. In Yesterday, you sort of get the air that he just feels like he's surrounded by idiots the whole time, which is something that a lot of the Doctors have had, but I really feel like they could play that up. Great actor, and would make a great Doctor. I also think Aisling B would be perfect, but it's not going to happen, which is really sad. And I say it's not going to happen because she was in the latest episode of Doctor Who as side character Sarah, and I can't see her returning to the show that quickly, let alone as the main character, which is really sad because she would just be perfect for the role. Comedians are just great. She is first and foremost a comedian, but she's also proved her acting ability. And I feel like after Either the Daleks, everyone was saying she was the stand-up from that, and I agree, because she is just such a good actor, and it's a shame that it probably won't end up being her. She's got that humour, but she's also got that eccentricness about her. There's just something a little bit strange, which you need when you're playing the Doctor. I mean that in the nicest way. A lot of the actors that play the Doctor have been strange. Tom Baker, Exhibit A, he's perfect. And she's got that sort of otherworldly strangeness to her. It's almost like she doesn't operate on the same plane to everybody else. She's always off in her own world, which is a great way to play the Doctor. She would be absolutely perfect, but it's just a shame that I don't think it can be her. Now, I know some people would be worried that if she was cast, she wouldn't be able to do the more serious moments that are required when you play the Doctor, but I am here to tell you, she can. So next I'm going to talk about someone who I've learnt is quite an unpopular choice for the role, and it's a shame that he is, because Richard Ayoade is the Doctor, and I am here to convince you why. So yeah, people just point out the fact that he can't really act, everything he's in, he basically just plays himself, and whilst I get that to a certain degree, Moss from the IT crowd is basically just a more toned up version of him, it's not really his acting that makes me want him to be the Doctor, it's more just his presenting and just him being him things, such as the Crystal Maze. I watched him in that and I was like, that's the Doctor. He wouldn't really need to act, he literally just is the Doctor all over, and the way he talks, addresses other people, and just the way he presents himself is just also Doctorish to me. Maybe he wouldn't be able to do the serious moments, but I'm sure if put down to it, he would be able to. Comedians are surprisingly good actors, and there are no exceptions to that rule, and I mean none. He could just be himself, that isn't a problem to me. Tom Baker literally just played himself for 7 years, but that just was the 4th Doctor. In the same way Tom Baker just is the Doctor, I feel like Richard Ayoade is just the Doctor. You could argue maybe that means he isn't such a versatile actor as like David Tennant or Jodie Whittaker, but I'd argue he doesn't need to be. He just is the Doctor to me. Now, I get why people don't want to see him as the Doctor, but personally, I think he would be great. Now, my next one is a bit of a more out there pick, and it's Anjli Mohindra. Yes, Rani from the Sarah Jane Adventures. She was great in the Sarah Jane Adventures, usually taking command of the situations, and in the years since she's just got better and better as an actor. Sure, maybe it would be a bit weird to have Rani from the Sarah Jane Adventures as the Doctor, but honestly, I think we'd all get used to it so quickly, and she'd probably play the roles completely differently that it wouldn't be an issue. Maybe you could argue that her role in the Doctor universe has already been too big, but I argue it doesn't matter. If they're a good actor, give them the role. I think she's also another rising star, like Himesh Patel. She's been in a lot more things recently, such as The Bodyguard and Vigil, and she's one of those people who's becoming more well-known on TV, and I feel like it's about time she headlined a project. Why not as the Doctor? She's a great actor, she has the acting ability, give it to her. And also, it's just irresistible to have her go up against Sacha Dhawan's Master as well, so
do it. Now, my last pick is Marli Siu, probably best known for Anna and the Apocalypse or the Alex Rider TV series, and now she's probably the most unknown actor on this list, but I don't think that should stop them, and I think it might be good to go in the direction of an unknown person. Now, I'm mainly basing this off her performance in the Alex Rider TV series because she is easily the best character and gives the best performance. She has amazing chemistry with everyone and has the air of being the cleverest person in the room, which you want from the Doctor. Now, some people could argue she's too young for the role, but I think she's around the same age that Matt Smith was when he got it, so I don't think that's an issue. She just possesses all these doctor-y qualities, and honestly should be my top pick for the role, someone who's not that well known, but definitely has the acting ability for it. And that's it. Those are my top picks for the 14th Doctor. What do you think? Leave your thoughts down in the comment section below and leave who you want to be the Doctor as well. In the meantime, remember to like and subscribe. But I've been Cyberman Alpha, and from me for now, it's goodbye.